Turkey Creek has an annual plant sale, and oak leaf hydrangeas are a huge hit. So this summer I spent a lot of time propagating oak leaf hydrangeas for next year's plant sale, since all of ours were sold during this year's. I also helped build a shade structure to help protect the potted trees from the intense sun up there where the greenhouse is. There is a very large pollinator garden at the end of the preserve that needed some upkeep. So I spent a good bit of time weeding that area and pulling out a whole bunch of the goldenrod that had grown up and overtaken the whole entire garden. I also weeded the garden right in front of the nature center and replanted a whole bunch of plants there that are going to grow in really nice next year. The nature center is where the education programs are usually held, and this summer I helped clean and redecorate and reorganize the whole area so it'll be ready whenever programs are able to come back to Turkey Creek. I also got to help take care of the snakes, turtles, and our little leopard gecko that live in the nature center that found their way to Turkey Creek one way or another, and it was always fun working with those guys. Despite the education programs being canceled, I still wanted to get some sort of education out to the public, so I decided to use social media to do that. My project this summer was creating social media posts containing information about the preserve. The information I shared was not the typical information you learn during the educational programs at Turkey Creek, due to those being highly dependent on hands-on activities and stuff you do while you're at the creek. Which just is not an option right now. So I had to change and evolve the content of the education that we were putting out there. I created 2 different social media series to do that. One was species features and the other was Fun Fact Fridays. Species features were posted twice a week and included 17 different species that can be found all throughout the preserve. I did species that were both fish, animal, plant, I did it all. For each species I tried to find their scientific name and any sort of fact I could include, and I always tried to find something that was pretty fun about the species so people could, find it interesting besides just scientific. The species I included were the barred owl, beautyberry, bee balm, eared coneflower, fire pink, flattened musk turtle, gray bat, the longleaf pine, midland water snakes, oak leaf hydrangeas, the pawpaw tree, resurrection ferns, ringneck snake, rush darter, vermilion darter, the warrior bass, and the watercress darter. 7 of these 17 species that can be found in the preserve are in fact actually protected, which makes the preserve extra special. As for the Fun Fact Fridays, these were posted every Friday and either included information specifically about the preserve or some sort of animal species in Alabama.